Okay, so today we're going to go over what I got in the Cyber Weekend sales. Before I get into any of it, I just again need to remind people you do not need to spend on this event. There will be content that catches up. Necropolis is out now. Act 8.4 is coming not too far off. Like, if spending on this is a bad idea, if you know it's a bad idea, listen to yourself. Don't do it. The game needs money to keep going. It does not need your money, right? And if watching the rest of this video is really going to set off your FOMO, then as much as I appreciate you being here, turn it off now, right? Do what's best for yourself. With that preamble, I did buy all of the Odins, the 4 in game and then the 1 on the web store. So that got me 2 full tier 4 alpha catalysts, which was very important to get me towards my second rank 3 for Valiant, as well as some good Titan shards. So that was the first thing I did. Then I picked up this Summoner Bundle 2 because Tier 2 Primordial Dust is super important to me, as is a rank 4 to 5 gem. 4 to 5 gems are generally, I think, more efficient than picking up the resources manually to take someone to rank 5 because they're focused on 6 stars, right? And you can't put those resources towards 7 stars, and so I felt like this was far and away the best choice for me. There's still plenty of champions that I want to take to rank 5 and or ascend, and out of these advanced summoner bundles, this is the only one that really directly helps me with that. So I grabbed that, ignored the others in tier 1. In tier 2, I grabbed this first bundle right away because the 7-star loyalty crystal is fantastic. Basically everyone in there I like. Again, more dust for my Ascensions, and then some ISO. We basically pretend that isn't there, right? And then before I grabbed Summoner Bundle 3, I went and I opened all of the basic 6 stars that I got from the Odins, as well as the loyalty crystal. And I'll just go ahead and show you. I picked up Gore and Ant-Man and Spider-Man. No, Ant-Man I already had. I picked up Gore and Spider-Man, and I think Strife from those 5 7-star crystals. All good pulls, but nothing I'm really going to key into now. I think I probably will rank Gore. There's a possibility he could be helpful on 1 or 2 Necropolis paths that I have left, even at rank 1. Strife is great, but unduped and at rank 1, not going to bring him over my other options, so that's more of a long-term pick. Spidey's great. I rolled over a Black Cat dupe on the Loyalty Crystal to grab Void. I love Void, really somehow underrated character, as well as an annoying defender. He'll probably go up at some point, but ideally he'd be duped, right? Much, much better attacker when duped. And then if we just look at my 7 stars in general, coming up from the bottom here, I got another dupe of War Machine. So he is now Sig 40, which is honestly pretty tragic. I am not a fan of Sig abilities that do literally nothing when you play well. But I did dupe Rocket. And this I am pretty happy about, right? Because this is going to give us that Warlock-style power drain. This is also going to improve the shield system and give us some extra block proficiency. So, a really solid dupe there. I don't know where I'll next use him, but I do think that that is legitimately a good pull. After I did that, I was like, okay, so I didn't really pull any new rank 3 options. I didn't dupe Killmonger, who was somebody I was looking at. I didn't dupe, like, Mr. Negative. I didn't dupe my Atuma. I didn't get anybody who was like, yes, that's an automatic rank 3 for me. Sunspot or Titania, even Sasquatch would have also been there. And so, as you can see, I chose to take Gamora to rank 3. She's amazing. She has utility in Necropolis. She's an incredible Battlegrounds nuke, and she's just fun. So, even though her prestige isn't great, and there are others that I would have taken over her if I had them duped, figured I had to go for that one. And so I came back to the market and grabbed Summoner Bundle 3. Again, Primordial Dust is very valuable. And then all of this I just indexed into Cosmic so I could take Gamora up. I gave the advice on stream that you want to know who you're taking to rank 3 before you get these selectors to make sure that you don't wind up with just 3 tier 4 alpha and none of the other catalysts to do anything with them. That's how you end up buying more Black Panther's treasures than you intend, etc. And I did not want to fall into that trap. So then skipped over Greater Summoner Bundle 4 and immediately picked up Bundle 2 in this in Tier 3 here because that was the last Tier 4 Alpha Catalyst I needed, as well as some Titan Shards. And that's when I actually took Gamora up. Then I came back and grabbed Bundle 1 here for the Class Hero Crystal, and I opened a skill hoping that I would not pull Hawkeye a 6th time, and hoping against hope that I would somehow pick up a Killmonger dupe. I did not, but I did get a Korg dupe, which is pretty solid. I also knew that was going to happen as soon as I took Killmonger to rank 2. That's just how life works. But anyway, at that point, I was Valiant, right? Because I had already taken up Ebony Maw from Necropolis Completion. I had Gamora at rank 3. I now had the Valiant title. If I was done with Necropolis and had all of these units, I think I probably would grab at least one copy of this Bundle 3 here, but for now, I'm not. I did buy the Valiant bundle, though. I've seen some people poo-pooing this as not great value, and y'all are insane. Like, this is not just me talking from the company. This is a Titan crystal, which is one of the most, like, precious resources in the game right now. You saw how little of the shards was dripped throughout the other offers. This is a full Ascension and a 4 to 5. A lot of these resources are named at 7 stars, sure, but like we are looking at a full generic 4 to 5, any 6-star you want, to rank 5 and then Ascended, which puts them on par with rank 2 7 stars, except they keep their SIGs, right? I have a lot of 6 stars that are not out as 7 stars or benefit a lot from high SIG. This is super worth it to me. This is not directly contributing to my rank 2 and 3 7 stars, sure, but this is how my 6 stars hold on. This bundle was absolutely worth 6,000 units. So very happy I picked that up. And then I did buy one reliquary on the web store, which will check out my relics. That actually, the 15,000 shards there put me at 20,000 almost exactly. And so I opened 2 6-star relics. Both of them were Mr. Sinister. So this is now SIG 40, which is pretty awesome. It's currently bound to Omega Red, but honestly it's probably going to switch over to Toad just because I don't use Omega Red that much. If I ever do decide to use Omega Red more, then that's going to be incredible. But either way, it's a new relic, so it's decently high prestige. I then opened the catalyst selectors and such to make sure that I could take it to rank 2. Everything that didn't go to Mutant went to Mystic, because I also have a duped Juggernaut relic that's going to go up next when I get enough of those. And then a lot of my 5-star relic selectors, or Nexuses, excuse me, went into Thor and Captain America. Captain America is now SIG 120, which is really helping out that Avenge passive on Photon, and is also just a prestige investment since I have that relic maxed. Same thing with Thor, it's now SIG 80. That's a significantly stronger Intensify buff and makes Hulkling that much spookier. So really happy with how all of that played out. And then to actually go into my champions. As you can see, I ascended Quicksilver because he is tactic next season, and I also just enjoy using him. He's annoying on defense. I think that's a really just easy one for me. I wanted to have an Ascension for defense. We may have to move some things around to get him on there, but that's the hope. And then I also took Apocalypse to rank 5 and then ascended him. This is again for defense next season because he is the defensive tactic. He's also just large and in charge, and I'm kind of curious if he can work in Battlegrounds. But even if he doesn't, I use Apocalypse every single day in Alliance Quest, and my rank 4 was really starting to punch up a little bit. Taking him to rank 5 and then ascending him is just going to make my day-to-day in AQ that much easier. I'm going to be a better option for the Danny Moonstar bosses, as well as making my path simpler. Have no regrets about that. Other 6 stars, I took Massacre to rank 5, in part because I was using him in this very last war. I've almost taken him to rank 5 several times, and I was just in the space where I was like, you know what, it's time. I love him. I've loved him for a long time. One of my earliest videos is a guide on him. It was time. So very happy about that. And then 7 stars, this is where the real big decisions came in. I went over some of this with Na because, bluntly, I'm doing okay in War and AQ and all that. I wanted to improve my Battlegrounds deck. And I was kind of leaning in this way, but he helped me make the decisions. Because I often feel like I just don't have the defenders to kind of hold the line so that I can play well with my attackers. I just often feel like that's where I lose drafts. And so, since I duped Korg and just have Sasquatch, I decided to take the 2 of them up with the 1 to 2 gems that I had lying around. I believe 1 was from Necropolis, 1 was from one of the Valiant bundles, and I'm quite happy with those. If I were going to take up more, like if I were to spend those units, I think my next 2 would probably go to some combination of Black Cat Venom and Mr. Negative. I was eyeing all of them very closely, and I think they're really strong. But sometimes you just got to eat your vegetables and take up the defenders. And that's pretty much what I got. There is a very small chance that I explore enough of Necropolis within the next week that I actually have, for sure, these units left over. And then I probably will come back and pick up these gems, right? Because like I said, I already have 7 stars that I would love to use them on. I would love to have some banked for when I finally open my Titan Crystals. We'll see how that goes. And then on the subject of Titan Crystals, after doing my first Path of Necropolis, after finishing up 7 for 7 this weekend, and after this sale, as you can see, I'm going to be able to open 6 Titan Crystals when they roll over in December, which means 6 chances at a bunch of incredible characters, but in particular both Photon and Kushala, the last 2 characters I designed. Having a 1 in 9 chance to grab one of them with each spin is going to be pretty exciting. And if I miss them, I'm just not concerned about it because the list is going to be great. I really do like the Titan Crystal system, and I'm happy to have some goes at it. Plus, if I finish Necropolis, then I'll have a rank 3 gem sitting around for one of them. So, we'll see how that goes, but hope y'all enjoyed this walk through the account and the decisions I made. It's definitely not as dramatic as July 4th, simply because we're on the, 6-star rank 5, 7-star rank 2 grind right now, and it's just not possible to jump ahead on that same grind as much as it was in July 4th for those same 2 rarities, thankfully. It would have been absolutely insane for us to try and do the same thing with rank 3s. It's way too early. So this sale doesn't feel as big, but I do think that it was still worth quite a bit, right? I'm very happy with these boosts to my account. I feel like I've really made progress. My Battlegrounds deck is going to be better. I have important tools for Alliance War, for Alliance Quest, and I feel like I'm well situated. The RNG side of things, as at least lately, feels usual. Wasn't great for me, but that's the game we're playing, right? Not going to lose any sleep over that. And hopefully that means that we bought ourselves some karma for the Titan openings. But until then, thank you all so much for watching, and take care.